Welcome in, takers, to Just a Tip, a fantasy football podcast. We are your tippers. I'm Disfatt-Bidge. We got IR Regan in the house. What's happening? You got to speak. It's a recording.
Well, you got to give me a second to talk.
While you're drinking out of the cool Ninja Turtle mug.
Don't judge me. No, good. Excited to be here, and freaking mock drafts are the best.
It's that time of year. We are recording on August, 4th?
Correct.
And I have no sense of time anymore, but we got somebody who's in the future joining us right now. Jake Dynasty Brit on Twitter. Give him a follow. Jake, how you doing, man?
Yeah, very well. Very well. Not
too bad.
A little bit hungover, but just working it through with hair of the dog.
There we go. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on. We got a couple other guys that are going to join us in the draft, not on the recording, but in the future they'll be on. And you'll get to meet them. But we're going to do a mock draft, one QB redraft, that is. One QB, PPR format, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, and a defense with no kickers. We got 12 teams. We each selected a spot in the draft at random, and there is going to be a wrinkle, and you will not know until I reveal the wrinkle. So choose wisely. Got it? Don't screw it up. All right.
Nothing on what this could be.
It'll all be fun. Don't worry.
All right, good.
So before we get to that, takers, you listeners out there, check out the chapters in the podcast. If you want to skip ahead to anything, I'll have them highlighted with timestamps. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Spotify, or just listen to the audio on all your podcast platforms. We appreciate you listening. There's millions of resources out there, so we appreciate you giving us a shot. And hopefully our tips do not curve you the wrong way. Yeah? No. Before we get started, guys, tip-off question. The Olympics are happening right now, currently, as we speak. We got China on the leading board. Oh, my God. Damn commies,
so
get out of here.
Of
And we got U.S. in second. And Jake, Great Britain in 5th, and Australia is beating you with the medal count. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the convict colony is...
I was going to say, the people you shunned out are winning.
Yeah. Yeah. They're getting their own back. Nah. I think when the athletics come along, we'll bump ourselves up. I think we normally finish 3rd or 4th, don't we? Just behind America and China.
Always in the top 5. China has everybody in everything. I was watching badminton, and the Chinese were facing off each other. Yeah, it's just the gold zone. And they said there's 100 million applicants for badminton, competing to get to the Olympics. It's insane over there. But Regan, if you were in the Olympics, what event do you think you would have the best chance at winning?
Oh,
gold.
I thought you said which one would you want to do, because it would obviously be basketball.
You would want to do basketball.
It's not going to work out for me because I'm only 6'1", with no handles and no left hand. So I think from high school it'd have to be discus.
Ooh,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got a state record in that.
You do?
Yeah.
It's not up anymore. No way.
It's not.
No, okay. At the time, though.
Yeah, back in 2007.
Oh, hey, don't age us like that. Good choice. Jake, how about you? Favorite, and what one you think you would win the gold in?
Well, I don't think I'd win the gold in any of them because I'm incredibly unathletic. But
he's drinking Stella at 10 o'clock in the morning in America.
But yeah, I used to skateboard quite a lot until I kind of had to give it up for my career and that. So I'd probably either give that a go and but again, definitely wouldn't win gold. They're superhuman.
No, all right. Just imagine it's fantasy.
Yeah, but that would be super cool. Skateboarding.
Yeah, that's been fun to watch. I think long distance running for me, or sprinter.
You've definitely got the body for it. For sure.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just run people over.
Yeah, probably. If I did the hurdles, I wouldn't even jump over them. I just run through them. Judo. Man, I've been watching a lot of the judo and Teddy Raniere, man. That guy's a beast. Have you seen him, Regan?
Absolutely not.
He's from France. You go watch the highlights, man.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I love judo, though. I need to get back into it.
That stuff
back
blows
in shape.
my mind. It's aggressive. I don't know how they can just wrestle so much and then in their mind think about their next move and have like the setup for it. It just doesn't make sense. I'm just like, I'm fighting for my life. I go with the flow.
Like just down to where they're gripping and trying to lead them into whatever throw they're gonna do. And yeah, it's great stuff. I love the Summer Olympics more than winter too, but I could use some winter right now, a little cooling. So takers, if you hear some fans, ACs in the background, we apologize. It's balmy. Was it 90 something degrees right now?
It's 82 right now.
Okay, it feels like 90 with the humidity.
It feels like 92.
All right. So we'll get into the mock draft. Like I said, PPR format, 12 teams, 1 QB. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex, and defense, no kickers. Takers, if you want to, feel free to hit us up at Just a Tip FFP if you have any questions about our mock. If you have keeper questions, we discuss them together and give you back our tips. So we're not that busy. Feel free to hit us up. Just a Tip FFP. Give us a follow while you're there. All right, you guys ready to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Perhaps play a little game called Just a Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All right, let's get this started. All right, so here we go. We are going to start the mock right now. And, of course, computer picks Christian McCaffrey first off.
Naturally.
And then we got Nick Antonio picking Tyreek Hill. PPR makes sense.
CD.
Maybe he got some bonus points on some big plays. All right, I'm the 4th spot. I am not going Justin Jefferson here. I'm all set with that. And PPR format, you know what? I love this guy ever since he was a rookie. Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm taking him in the 4th spot.
Bold.
Yeah.
A little bit, huh? I have no shares of him, but remember when we first started this podcast, I called him being a huge game changer. So most impactful rookie, and he sure was. All right, then we had Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, excuse me. Then Bijan Robinson, Breece Hall, Justin Jefferson, and Cam Newman. Jake, you were on the clock.
I'm going to go a bit of Bama bias here, but I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs because I think he only flashed like a certain amount of his potential last year, even though he was like one of the top RBs in fantasy. I reckon he gets more usage this year.
Agreed. One of my dark horses for number 1. Well, not really a dark horse, but my call for number 1 running back on the year.
I also think the Lions will be a good, strong team this year as well, so I think that will help them out.
13 games in a dome in a row, something like that, or home or in a dome, so I don't have to worry about bad weather. So, Regan, you're on the clock after A.J. Brown went to Team 10, and Garrett Wilson, huh?
Yeah, all set with Nakua. I really wanted to go Saquon Barkley, but I just hate going running back so early. This turn, though, has been rough. Oh, wait, and I can still get Saquon Barkley.
Oh. Can you?
Yes. Okay.
I gotta
Here's
work
a
on
twist.
that. I'm gonna change that up. Here's the twist now. We each get a shafted. So you could either just take away that player, or you could select that player for him. You take away and select the player for him. How about that? All right.
Wait, what's this?
I'm going to make Regan's pick. I am using my shafted right now. My shaft. So I'm shafted Regan. You don't know the movie, Jake, I'm sure. Shaft with, the remakes with Samuel L. Jackson and all that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever watched him, but yeah.
No, nobody has. But Regan, you cannot pick Saquon Barkley here. I am going to select the player for you.
Switch it up.
I think you need to go. You didn't want Puka, but within reason, I think Kyron Williams would be good here as your RB1.
You make the pick.
I'm going to.
I don't care if you switch up the position either. You do whatever you want.
I'm going to. You know who's really in the hotness right now is Drake London. Oh, the new hotness, Drake London, shooting up draft boards with Kirk Cousins as his quarterback now. That's who I'm going to pick for you.
Thanks, pal.
You're welcome. No running backs for you. You do not get a top 12 running back.
Okay. Should have went with them with my first pick.
So, wait, we have one shaft of like somebody else?
You each do. So you get to shaft Regan later or me or one of the other guys too.
Right. Okay.
Or say Team 10 picked a guy that you wanted. You can.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'm in. Who's actually on the board?
You got Marvin Harrison, Kyron Williams.
Oh yeah. Let's go some Marvin Harrison Jr.
You got it.
That's who I would have took.
Love that. Yeah. Love that.
I knew that would have been the other guy you would rather have, Regan, so I did not do that for you.
What a guy.
So nice.
And then Caleb Newman taking Kyron Williams there. What a gift, huh? Devontae Adams, Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta, that's an early shot.
In the second, guys, it's too early for me on Sam Laporta. I love the guy, Definitely. But touchdown regression, he's not going to get those double-digit touchdowns again, in my opinion. I wouldn't project that. So here I go.
Even if he does have like the same year as he had last year, like mid-second, still so early.
Yeah, it's great.
Laporta,
I think too. St. Brown was hurt literally the whole season. He's going to take a lot more targets now.
Hand, foot, and mouth too, and all that. All right, I'm running out of time. So home run hitter for me, Devon Achane, who I believe will be a top 5 running back.
You lucky 3 already picked because I would have kiboshed you.
Oh, you can. You can if you want.
Not too late.
Is that what you want to do?
No, it's all right.
Okay, all right.
You don't want you getting any Miami players.
No, okay. You got to save your shaft then. Okay.
Yeah.
After that, Travis Etienne, Travis Kelce in the end of the second round, Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs. Does Team 1 not realize that Diggs is not on the Bills anymore?
And do they not also not realize it's one QB?
And
why are you taking the QB in the second round and the one QB?
Way too early for me. All right, so we got Nick Antonio on at 3-2. He's deciding something.
The thing is, though, with Josh Allen going right there, there's always that one guy. Drafts that always happens.
Yeah, he's like a Bills fan, probably.
Oh, yeah. No, you can't pass him up.
I mean, what has he been? The number 1 quarterback for 3 years in a row.
Was he number 1 last year?
I think he was the number 1 fantasy quarterback last year, right?
Lower production than what he had the year before, but
yeah.
He was 1.
Yep. So now I am on the clock with Brandon Ayuk. All right, I'm sorry. He was 1, 2, 1, 1. My bad. On the clock now, Brandon Ayuk, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Mike Evans, Nico Collins. No, I really don't like anybody right now. I think maybe I need some foundation with the running, more consistent with Derrick Henry, along with Achane. I think that's what I'm going to do. See how he does in the Baltimore Ravens offense here.
Absolutely. Achane will be hurt.
Well, Henry would be hurt too sometimes.
No, Henry don't get hurt.
Everybody gets hurt. Team 5 going 3 wide receivers. I followed with Ayuk there. Then Josh Jacobs, Nico Collins, Newman selecting Mike Evans, who is unstoppable. Will this be the year that he doesn't make 1,000 yards?
Who's on the board for me? Sorry to the listeners.
You're all good. Deebo Samuel. I want to tell the listeners too. Deebo Samuel, Patrick Mahomes. You might want DJ Moore, Jalen Waddle, Michael Pittman, Lamar Jackson, Rashad White.
I'll go Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle is
more Bama bias, and plus I think like he's gonna slowly take over like the main role in that offense. So.
Tyreek Hill just signed a new 3-year contract, $90 million or whatever. So he's got to slow down at some point, right? And then Waddle hit his peak. I don't think Waddle's peaked yet. So I agree with
that's
you
what I mean.
on
I feel
that,
like there's still room for him to grow, and like he's already had like pretty impactful fantasy seasons.
So after that, we got Michael Pittman going to Team 10 and Regan. What you thinking?
Oh my God. This is a good one right here. I'm gonna go Cup right here.
There you go.
Come back to 100%. Should be golden for this year, and I think he's really falling. And you know what? I think I actually took him a little early, but just with the sleepers rankings, they have him already up compared to other sites.
Mm-hmm.
So at
that's
point,
a good. I'm sorry. That's a good point to make, takers. Mock draft on the platform that you are going to be drafting off of with your leagues, because their ADPs are going to be different. So don't get faked out by a round for a player that you might want. Sorry, Regan. Go ahead.
No, you're golden. So right now, I think I do need to push it to get a running back. And none of them have really gone off a little bit, so I think I'm going to get good value. It's really between Rachaad White, James Cook, Joe Mixon. I think those three are where I'm at right now. So you know what? I think I just got to go James Cook. I think this offense is finally going to use him. Now that they got rid of Stephon Diggs, some more catches will go to him. So James Cook it is.
James Cook. I paused it so you could explain that. All right.
Thank you.
There we go. James Cook. Yeah, I'm high on him this year. With Stephon Diggs gone there. Who's their number one receiving target?
Kincaid.
Hell if I know. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Dawson Knox, I think, is going to be a turd in the punch bowl for the Kincaid fans out there. So we'll see.
I'm gonna go. I've got like between. I'm glad you didn't go Mixon, because I kind of wanted Mixon as well. I think like with that offense, it's quite a high-powered offense. Should have like a decent fantasy season. But I can't go away from Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors
that's who I was going with.
Absolutely like swallow targets in New York, because they've just got nobody that's like a decent, like, do you know what I mean? That's like a top end wide receiver.
Yep.
I think that I don't think the Giants are going to be good, but I think he's going to like get a considerable amount of targets. So Neighbors for me, I think.
Yeah, great. I was in between him and Cup, and the only reason I went Cup is I just think I see more touchdowns with Cup.
Yeah,
so
and it's proven. It's proven as well, isn't it?
Right.
Like with Cup, like you know he can do it. Like whereas Neighbors, like you never know. Right?
He does look amazing in practice.
Yeah,
though. He really does.
It's so hard not to get carried away.
Yeah,
absolutely. And like you said, number one target. We definitely know that he's going to be on that team. So even if the offense is poor, get the stud there. So
I was also considering Devonta Smith as well. I just figured like I can't go like 3 out of 4 Bama like players that are all going to Alabama. So
you could.
I could have, but I also think I like, obviously he's got AJ Brown to compete with, whereas like Neighbors should be the number one. So I'll take a chance. Take a chance on Neighbors.
Just got a message coming down the wire here. Newman is using his shaft on you, Jake.
Fuck! Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
You do not get Malik Neighbors.
No. Who do I get instead? It's like Dave the bin man. Like,
oh man, that sucks.
It's brutal.
He really wants Neighbors. He's a big fan of him, and that's good to know because I have a draft coming up this week with him.
So, wait, who's my new enemy that just took my player?
That is Newman. I used to coach him in high school. Now he's a coach and college kid. He's just a prick.
Sounds it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to make any 9/11 jokes, but now.
Oh my god.
All bets are off, Newman.
All right, sorry, Newman. Watch out. You made an enemy. He's selecting Deebo Samuel for you, so that's not
that bad. That's not that bad.
Your 3 wide receivers: Marvin Harrison, Jalen Waddle, and Deebo Samuel. I mean,
yeah, that's not too bad.
You got 2 home run hitters. You know they could bust on a week 2 with Waddle and Deebo, and then you got the wild card with Marvin Harrison. God knows what.
He could have been a real like really nasty as well and pick like Antonio Brown for me or something like that. So I appreciate it. At least a serviceable guy. Like.
I told everybody within reason if you're gonna do the shafted thing. So we had Neighbors go, Rachaad White, CJ Stroud way too early. I don't get it.
I didn't get that.
and Joe Mixon. Then I am on the clock. I got Trey McBride here, DK Metcalf, Devonta Smith, Mark Andrews. I'm going to wait for a tight end on the next turn, I think, if one of those two come to me. So I'm going to take – I'm going to go with the PPR guys here, Devonta Smith and Amon-Ra St. Brown as my 2 wide receivers here. I believe Devonta Smith with the Kellen Moore offense coming in and him in the slot that he's gonna feast this year. So late in the 4th round, I'm good with that. Wait, hold on. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a nice pick. Getting Devonta in the 4th round, like late 4th round, is quite nice.
Nope, never mind. Hold on. I got shafted here.
Nice. Yes.
What was his name?
This is Antonio telling me you want Kenneth Walker here. Oh no, I don't want Kenneth Walker.
He should be, to be fair, like, he should get plenty of carries this year. Like, he will get a lot of usage. It's just whether that Seahawks team is any good.
We'll see with Geno Smith dealing with some injuries now, but they got Sam Howell, my boy, backing up, but I guess he's having a terrible camp too, so it doesn't really matter what his offensive line is. I guess he's just inaccurate, which I don't know. We'll see. All right, so I take Kenny here. I don't like that at all. The Alvin Kamara goes next. Now Antonio's on the clock, this prick.
He got Devonta Smith.
He gets Devonta Smith. Hey, son of a bitch. Oh, man. All right, so Mark Andrews next, then T. Higgins.
Kincaid.
DK Metcalf, then Kincaid. All right, cool. So I did want a tight end here, one of these top 5, top 6 tight ends, and Trey McBride is there. The next one would be Kyle Pitts. I'm all set. Then there's George Kittle. I love George Kittle. He's always a top 5 tight end.
See, I feel like this little segment of 3 tight ends is kind of sketchy. To be honest with you, I think I have the most
go ahead.
praise for Pitts, I think,
Gotcha.
at this point. I don't, just the TJ Hawkinson last year, switch over with Cousins. I think Pitts has got it, but
all right. Well, I'm going George Pickens here because I have 3 running backs. I need another wide receiver before all this tier of wide receivers leave. So I will punt on tight end. So I took George Pickens and Zay Flowers next. David Montgomery. That's a little early. Kyle Pitts, and then Newman is on the clock, and of course he takes A-Rich there. So we have 6 quarterbacks off the board already. Man,
which is completely unnecessary. It's so unnecessary.
And it's not even the CPUs picking them all. So, all right, Jake, you're on the clock. We got McBride there, Tank Dell, Amari Cooper, George Kittle.
I wanted Pickens because I think Justin Fields wins that job outright in camp, and I think him and Pickens have like a good connection. So kind of gutted that he's not here.
Should I tell him, Regan?
Go on.
So what? I zoned out.
Oh, you want Pickens? You want Pickens, but I took him 5 picks before you. You could have used your shaft there if he falls.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm saving it for revenge on that guy.
I got you.
Oh yeah,
got me. And
rivalry.
I feel like he just took Anthony Richardson in the 5th round of a 1 QB draft. So I feel like he's also like shafting himself at the moment as well. So like I'm gonna let him do that.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Who have I got on the board? I can't quite.
You got Trey McBride, Tank Dell, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, George Kittle, Aaron Jones, James Conner. And then you got like Christian Kirk, Joe Burrow, DeAndre Swift after that, and Evan Ingram.
Swift's an interesting one for me in this Bears offense because Caleb Williams is gonna like take a considerable amount of watching. Like he's shifty on his feet and he can move. He can he's probably as close to like Patrick Mahomes at extending plays as like we've seen for like a prospect coming out like a rookie. So I feel like there's going to be like a fair amount of holes in that like in that line to run through. But I don't know. Who have I got? Yes, I've got like 3 wide receivers I could do with another running back or a good tight end, one of the top end tight ends. Kittle's still there, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Kittle is. You might be able to get him on the turn back, but you're kind of a little far out.
I feel like like Swift will probably be down the turn, whereas Kittle probably won't be. So I think Kittle's probably the pick here.
Over
So,
Trey McBride.
Yeah, because
Okay.
because I think the way that Shanahan offense runs with Purdy, I think it's just guaranteed targets. Whereas like I don't really rate Kyler as a thrower as much as I don't know. I think he's so up and down, and he's also got like a really bad attitude to put something in his contract about not playing video games or something.
It's true.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
You also have Marvin Harrison already. So
exactly. Yeah, obviously he's going to take a lot of targets. Yeah.
So you taking George Kittle?
I like Kittle there for the fifth round. George Kittle, like I feel like that's a decent value there as well.
Yeah, it is. He's been going in like the 6th, 7th round until this receiver show came out.
How is it
on that streaming platform? Have you watched that? Netflix, not a sponsor.
Yeah, so is it like is it basically what they do with like the QB1, but like
exactly
with receivers now?
Yep, it's really good. Check it out.
Oh, cool. See, I'm glad I took Kittle there because like McBride and Ingram have gone like straight after.
Yeah,
Regan taking McBride. Yeah,
I was between McBride and Ingram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. There's always a top 8. We've done the statistics. There's always a top 8 tight end, and then there's after 8, it's a drop off and a half. So I was really between those two. I just wanted to get one of those top. So I'm gonna go, and I only took him because I knew I could get Ramondre Stevenson right after, and that's the running back I wanted. He's gonna be the 3 down back there, and they're gonna run a lot. So getting an anchor for my offense after taking 3 wide receivers that I only could play 3 anyways, it's perfect.
All right. And after that was Amari Cooper. Jake, you're on the clock.
I've got to go Swift. I think I've got to go Swift here. Like I think the opportunity there. I think Caleb Williams is legit, and like he's going to really open up that offense. Plus he's a good pass catching back. He's shifty. He's just got to stay away from injuries, but I like him.
Yeah. I'm hoping their O-line improves because it's going to be a bit different.
Right, I'm shafting my guy.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I was going to, and then he took James Conner. I was like, all right, you can have him.
Yeah, actually, shall I shaft? No, I'll shaft.
You are? All right.
I know who we should give him. We should give him Rashee Rice. The car crash.
Oh man, yeah, he's not going to get suspended this year, right? Totally.
Like, also,
fine.
like you just don't know, like, and now Xavier Hutchinson's and like, is it not Xavier Hutchinson? What's his name?
Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy. Sorry. And like his speed is legit, like really legit. And I think him and Kelsey will eat up way more targets than Rashee Rice.
I love it.
All right, so Rashee Rice is the pick. Yeah, you're calling your shot, man.
Get them criminals.
Good job.
This rivalry is awesome for the future.
All right. Do we want to do 2 shafts or just one? Because I think we're all out.
4 running backs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like I should shaft them just to give a wide receiver.
High teeth.
Yeah, team 6, like just 0 wide receivers whatsoever.
All right. We're executive decision. 2 shafts per. That way we can get this rivalry going.
Yeah, just don't tell the other guys. Just for us.
That's not fair.
Nah, yeah.
All right. I'm on the clock here. Yeah, so we'll just be quicker with our explanations here. I want a piece of this offense. I'm going with Jayden Reed here in Green Bay.
The number 1.
When he's healthy, he is their number 1. I'm not going to get into all the numbers because I don't know them off the top of my head, and we're running out of time. But he had a good stretch. I don't have faith in Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. He's a role player. He'll fill in on some bye weeks for you, but I want the playmaker, the talent, so I went Jayden Reed there.
Yeah, I rate that pick.
All right, and then after that, we had...
Shaft.
No. Well, never mind. For me, or...
Yeah, for you.
Fuck you, man. That is... Oh, my God. All right. Never mind. So, who do you want?
No. Jayden Reed's gone.
Jayden Reed gone. So, there was
Okay.
Roma Duze, Zamir White, Christian Kirk, Chris Godwin, Kyler Murray, Raheem Mostert.
I feel like Shaft also had to be
I
cool
wanted to
and
go
pick
Brock
number
Bowers,
69.
but I don't think I should do that. So I think I'm just going to... not a bad thing, but I want to see what you do after this, and I'm going to give you Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
Fuck you, man.
Matt got antsy, and he's like, I got to take a quarterback now.
All right, so Joe Burrow is my
Oh, no,
pick.
not there. This round.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can keep Reed.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Not so bad then.
No, I'm not that much of a dick.
Well, that's the whole point of being or shafting people.
Well, I want to see what you do now with the quarterback early because
you didn't even let me. This. I might have just taken it. You could have saved it a shaft, but all right. So Joe Burrow, I wasn't going to go with him here, so I will select Joe Burrow here. Unfortunately. So to recap, Jaden Reed I picked. Then it was Roma Dunze, Zamir White to Nick Antonio, who's going to be the workhorse. So target those running backs. 6th round, I like it. Christian Kirk, Chris Godwin, Kyler Murray. Nick Antonio gets his quarterback. Then Raheem Mostert. I almost had the handcuff, but then it was Joe Burrow anyway, so I got shafted. And we will continue here.
Ooh, Addison, not a great pick. Suspended 6 games, I think. At least 4.
Who's that?
Jordan Addison from Minnesota with his driving while intoxicated problems.
Yeah. Good shout, actually. Very good shout. Very good shout.
Yeah, and Calvin Ridley, I have faith again. Yeah. For coming off the suspension, a year out and stuff, and
he did all right last year. Didn't he? It wasn't like he was awful.
Everybody acted like he was a total bust. So I'm like, no. Like,
I think a lot of people were picking him based on his previous production,
exactly.
Picking him there, but do you know what I mean? And really should have probably been picked a couple of rounds later.
He's a perfect wide receiver 3 for your squad, and that's where you're getting him. So I don't get why people. Well, not this guy; it's his first wide receiver. He has Bijan, Laporta, Josh Jacobs, C.J. Stroud, David Montgomery, James Conner, then Calvin Ridley. So that's bold. Have him as your number 1 wide receiver, but hey, he does have that ceiling. So Jake, I was talking a lot. Who's your pick?
No worries at all.
We got Dak Prescott, Brock Bowers, Najee Harris, Tony Pollard.
I'm tempted to go Najee there because I think it's quite late for someone that's going to get that amount of touches. And if Fields is actually really does win this job, and it is a really it could be a really good offense with the sort of pieces they got on the outside. But I don't know. I like Lad McConkey as well, going to the rookie out of Georgia, just one of those super crisp route runners, like Julian Edelman type.
You're not worried about not huge production in college, and not worried about Herbert's injury as plantar fasciitis in his foot.
That keeps me from just drafting him.
Just drafting. Okay.
Yeah. I think Najee's the safer pick.
Okay.
That's who I normally go with there.
All right.
I've got faith in the Steelers offense as well.
Okay. Let's hope so with Arthur Smith there.
They're always just surprise me.
Not Kenny Pickett, so they can't be much more.
The Steelers on paper always, before the season starts, I'm like, they're going to suck so bad. And then they come out and win, at least 8 games no matter what. Yeah. And they always have a star wide receiver.
Yeah.
George Pickens, man. Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Pickens is legit.
And Najee Harris, Brock Bowers went, and Regan, you were on the clock.
So right here, I was thinking the same thing about Ladd. At this point, oh man, what do we got? Tony Pollard, Hollywood Brown. I'm a little nervous about that. DeAndre Hopkins, Nick Chubb, injury problems, and Jonathan Brooks all in a row. Javonte Williams has been really sticking out to me. He's come out to be the number 1 in practice. The whole being traded or dropped is not going to happen. They're saying
that was bogus reports too.
Oh, absolutely.
One guy just clickbaity. I didn't buy into it.
So, looking at that and the running backs I'm seeing here, I feel like I want to go there, which I am not going to do. I'm going to go Ladd McConkey.
Ladd McConkey.
Oh yeah. Because I have the same thought process as you, Jake. He's going to be the only guy there. They have Josh Palmer is the other. They have
that Quentin Johnson, don't they? But he can't fucking catch.
Oh, so. Quentin, yeah.
So receiver that can't catch, but
Shafted. Did you really take 2?
You don't. Yeah, everybody gets shafted. Right? So, Yeah, you don't want him. You want a playmaker with the best quarterback in the league. So I'm going to give you DeAndre Hopkins, Will Levis, best QB in the. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go Hollywood Brown here for you.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I know you don't like the fragile guys. He hasn't really been that relevant, but hey, what if it works here?
Yeah, his personality is fragile. Never mind his game.
Oh, shots fired.
Kills me.
All right.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Resume the draft. Maybe Lad will come around. I could have been mean, but yep, you do. All right. So, do you still want to do that though?
No, I think I have to go with Jameson Williams here and grab the number 1 there.
Javonte Williams.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Jameson Williams would be a cool pick, but you don't have to reach right now.
It's not going to happen. I do like Devontae Johnson right there. I think it's a little early. I'd probably get him next round, but I don't think he'll fall. Ladd McConkey obviously would have been a great pick, but I only can play 3 wide receivers. So running backs are always getting hurt. I want the depth there over receivers. I feel like there's a lot of wide receivers late that can also be plugged in.
Right. So you passed on Nick Chubb and Jonathan Brooks. You worried about their injuries?
Absolutely.
As
Nick
well.
Chubb, I would love to get him in your drafts. I think you'll be able to get him in like the 10th, 11th round, maybe. He's going to keep falling, saying that he's not going to be ready for a couple weeks. But if you could get him mid-tier, he could be a season winner. That's a guy I'd like to have on my bench or trade for after a couple weeks when the owner gets a little upset. Have him after their bye week, and he could just come in and run people over. He's lifting absurd. Like, he's good.
Oh, yeah.
He's just not cleared.
Let's hope. Let's hope he does. I want to see him play. All right, Jake, to you.
Yeah, that was my instinct as well. Go Chubb. Like, I can't believe he's still on the board, but I do kind of get it, like, with the injury concerns. Mm-hmm. I need a wide receiver, so can you read me off the sort of top 5, 6 wide
Not
receivers?
much. Best one on the board, Deontay Johnson. He could be the number 1 in Carolina if you believe in a Bryce Young comeback.
Actually, no. Is Xavier Legette on the board?
Oh, jeez. Way down the board.
He's way down the board. All right. Read me off like the top 5 wide receivers.
You got it. Yeah, you can get Xavier Legette in a couple more rounds. So Deontay Johnson, Keon Coleman, Brian Thomas, or JSN, or Christian Watson.
Oh, actually, I'll take some Keon Coleman.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like he's the sort of guy that will. He's just got he's a really cool personality, and he's a really down to earth guy. I think he's like one of those guys that works like from all reports you can find. Like he's like a real hard worker, and I feel like he's just like the type that will fit in really well in Buffalo because they're all kind of like that salt of the earth, like hard worker, horrible place to live sort of type place. So like it's like, do you know what I mean? Like it's I feel like Diggs was a bit too much of a like prima donna.
Exactly.
Like to be in somewhere like Buffalo, whereas I feel like Keon Coleman is just gonna like the city's gonna love him. I feel like Josh Allen will love him. So yeah, I feel like I like that there.
I like it too. I'm rooting for him, even though I'm a Miami fan. After that, we had Deontay Johnson go to Newman, Dak Prescott, JSN, then David Njoku, which I'm kind of out on because there's Joe Flacco feeding him the ball. I don't trust Watson. But in the 8th round, it's worth a shot there. Would have loved to go Jordan Love here with my Jalen Reed stack, but since I got shafted with Burrow, I'm gonna go Zach Moss here. A workhorse with Cincinnati. Hopefully he stays healthy all year. He did well with the Colts last year, putting up some great numbers, career highs, because he was actually healthy for the majority of the season. So Zach Moss. Jonathan Brooks went next. Then Antonio is on the clock. Now I'm good with running backs. Later on in this draft, I'm just going to take shots at like rookie wide receivers and stuff, see who floats to the top. So take shots on those guys. Jalen Warren went to Antonio, then Nick Chubb, then Trey Benson.
I like that. I like Trey Benson out of FSU.
A lot too. Especially with James Conner. He's 29, guys, and he never lasts a whole season either. James Conner. That's different.
No, you're right.
And so he's worth taking a shot on to see. going to have a later season breakout.
Yeah, my projection for that is James Conner is going to be awesome. Going to get hurt. Benson's going to come in. They're going to see what he actually can do in a real game time decision, gameplay, and then they're going to start splitting. And then if James Conner doesn't stay healthy, he's just going to take over, sadly. Because I like James Conner a lot.
Oh, yeah. He's been great.
It's a cool story, right? Such a cool
the
story for
best.
James Conner, man. Like, what a guy.
Christian Watson to Antonio, then Austin Eckler. We'll see if he has any more left. I'm on the clock here. Man, it would be nice to take a quarterback this late.
It would.
Looking on the board here, we got Brian Thomas out in Jacksonville right now, who could be the number one target with Calvin Ridley out there. I don't have much faith in Gabe Davis anymore. I think I'm going to take a shot on the rookie here with Brian Thomas Jr. There was another guy looking, but I already have enough running backs. Devin Singletary, a guy who could be the workhorse over with the Giants. So you're welcome, you guys, later to get him. All right, we had a quarterback run here. Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, and Brock Purdy.
No, Caleb Williams. No, that's who I was going to pick.
Oh, man. Do you want to use your shaft then?
Well, I can't. Well, it's like an AI, isn't it? I can't really shaft the AI.
You can shaft the AI if you want.
I'm shafting the AI then. I'll take Caleb Williams. Yeah.
So then we went Jordan Love, Tua, Brock Purdy, and Gus Edwards over there with the Charles. And then, Jake, you want Caleb Williams.
I do indeed. I think he's going to be a cheat code.
See, I have that feeling with Jaden Daniels. Rookie of the year, dark horse for me. Dallas Goedert went next to Team 10, and Regan, you were on the board. Let's pick this up, guys.
Yep. So I wanted to go a quarterback right here, but I know Team 12 already has one, so I'll wait a second and take one on my second pick. So right here, I really just want to go best running back or wide receiver. And at this point, I think Devin Singletary is the best starter here. He might be like the last one that I kind of feel comfortable with.
They like him over there. They brought him in. Brian Daboll had experience with him in Buffalo, so I like him as a workhorse over there.
A little, normally right here I'd be going Jared Goff, but I really do want to go with the mobile quarterback, and the last one is the rookie Jaden Daniels, and I want to see what he can do. Why not?
Shit. Sorry, Regan. Hold on. You got shafted with Devin Singletary.
Oh, dick move. But okay, I'll allow it.
He says you can have another workhorse, though.
Is his mom one of the options?
Oh, man.
Let's go.
Yes. He is giving you Zeke.
Oh, actually, I wanted him. Even though his the video of him
my god, is that hilarious?
What, when he goes through like the foam things and he's out of breath?
It literally looks like a bunch of dildos sticking out of the thing, and then he runs through and he's like, "I gotta take a break." Oh man, honestly though, Zeke, I could picture him getting 9 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, just like 1 yard touchdowns. Like, yeah.
That's what their offense needed though. They need somebody to get it in. So,
all right,
not the worst.
No, not at all. Jameson Williams, Dalton Schultz, and you got Jaden Daniels there. Then Jared Goff went to Team 10. Jake, you're on the clock. Do you want Devin Singletary?
No, I'm going to go...
You got TJ Hawkinson, if you think he's going to come back healthy in time.
No, I'm going to go Tajay Spears, I think.
Okay. I like it.
I think he'll... Is that the Tennessee guy, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's competing with Tony Pollard, and if you don't think that Tony Pollard can be a workhorse,
I think like Tajay like seems a lot more like I don't know, like the
pass catcher,
run between the tackles guy.
He's more versatile.
He's super versatile, and he's like I don't know, he's
catch
more,
and he has power.
Yeah, he's just more stocky. I don't know, Tony Pollard like They tried to do the like RB1 thing with him in Dallas, and it didn't really work out. So,
all right. So then we had Devin Singletary go to Newman, so his shaft worked. Brian Robinson, Khalil Shakir, and Blake Corum. Oh man, I kind of wanted my Blake Corum there. I think he was the best running back coming out in this class. Eddie George thought so too, so it's good company to have. TJ Hawkinson, Cortland Sutton, Romeo Doubs, Curtis Samuel. And Chase Brown. I could handcuff the Cincinnati.
Oh, I should have gone Xavier Leggett in the last one. I can't believe I forgot about him.
I'm going to wait on my tight end here. I'm going to go Curtis Samuel. See if I can take a shot at who's going to be the number one wide receiver for Josh Allen in Buffalo. History with the offense coordinator in there too. So after that was TJ Hawkinson, and Antonio is on the board, and he's taking his time, so he might be trying to shaft somebody. I used both my shafts. Did you, Regan? Newman.
I've got another shaft. I don't have any shafts. Yeah. I shafted the AI, didn't I?
You did. That's right. Yeah.
It won't be long before the AI shafts us, I'm sure.
It's gonna remember that. Nice. It's running out of time. I'm just gonna let it auto pick. I don't know. He's not.
Give him a second, and he's been pretty good. So this is a little off.
Yeah. No, you son of a bitch.
I like friends. Yeah.
I loved him, and I thought he could. I thought he would make it around.
God.
I thought I could have taken him. So, all right. Then, yep. So, Pat Freiermuth, Cortland Sutton, Xavier Leggett. Takers, when it gets late, I've been finding in these mock drafts, just take the tight end that you want, even if it's around reach, because somebody else is going to reach for him.
Tight ends are slim.
But I do have George Pickens, but I just wanted to see who was going to be that target getter in that offense. If you're going to be picking a tight end at this point, you're going to be streaming most likely anyway. All right, Antonio back on the clock. Took Pat Freiermuth. He's got a
Jake lost Leggett. Sorry, buddy.
I know, gutted. I just like the way he says his own name. Yeah, have you heard him?
That's what you wanted.
I was like, yes.
Yes. Tyler Lockett and Romeo Doubs went there, so let's just take another. Are you?
God. I've been so upset, so all set for 3 years, and I've been wrong once.
Yeah. So I already have 4 wide receivers. I have my quarterback. I do need the tight end, but I'm not going Cole Kmet here or Luke Musgrave. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Luke Musgrave! Wow, we're down to that point.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the last round and take the best tight end I think there. So I'm gonna take a shot on this rookie, Adonai Mitchell with the Colts here. We'll see. Yeah, just upside plays. Be patient.
Oh, shaft.
Nope.
Ooh, who shafted here?
I'm shafting Newman.
Ooh, nice.
Poor Newman. Chase Brown. You want Chase Brown?
I don't want him to have him.
Okay. Who you gonna give Newman?
What can we do? What can we do? I'm thinking
you give him Jerome Ford.
No, I don't want him to have a starter. Give him Charbonnet.
Okay, yeah, just give him Charbonnet. Hey, he could take the starting role. We'll see.
He could. If Walker gets hurt.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jake, you're up.
Yeah. Show me the wide receivers. What we got?
We got Mike Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Rashid,
nobody. Shaheed,
Josh Palmer, Josh Downs, Gabe Davis, Troy Franklin.
Troy Franklin's interesting. He's got that game breaking sort of speed, like super fast guy. But I know I'm gonna go Jerry Jeudy. Bama bias, plus he's been traded now to Cleveland. I just think, I think that's like a much better spot for him. So, yeah,
Chase Brown.
I'll take a flyer on him.
Chase Brown went next, then Regan. You were on the clock.
Yeah, I think I might go Jerome Ford. Wide receiver wise, actually, you know what? I think I keep leaning towards Palmer just because he could be the first, the number one there.
He's definitely got a shot. There's definitely upside with Josh Palmer for sure.
It's just, I guess in the 10th round, that's not that bad. Mike Williams is up next. I am all set with him. Always have been. So, I will go Josh Palmer. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, back to me. So, I would have liked to Ford to drop there just so I can grab another one.
Oh, yeah. He was one. Yeah. Not
That
far.
would have been nice. Jalen Wright, no. Josh Dowd.
Jalen Wright's the rookie, right? Coming out of Tennessee, that's gone to Miami. Yeah, I tell you what, man. Like he could legitimately win that job there. Like I like Jalen Wright as a prospect. Like I've always thought like Tennessee underused him in college, and then, but yeah, I mean like he's not. I mean I know A-Chain's like had a good season and what have you, but
Yeah. He scares me though. I won't be
He's-
picking him anywhere.
I think he's a bit fragile for me. Like he looks too fragile for me.
See, he's put on weight. Regan and I disagree on this. I'm biased though, but I think H-Chan's going to be top 5 this year. But
That's a big shout.
he could have some plays in the return game with the new kickoff rules and stuff. But he's going to have his moments with Mostert being age 32, and if you don't think H-Chan will make it. All right, so I'm going to.
I ended up going Stafford. Jake, you're up now.
Cool.
Oh wait, I thought you were. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go Troy Franklin.
I selected right for you. My bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Troy Franklin. I just think there's like so much upside there if he like gets decent usage. I think if he flashes, they can easily see I love that.
I love those picks when you got a rookie quarterback coming in with a rookie wide receiver.
Yeah.
See if you can go grab the wide receiver because usually those rookies stick together and they just become a PPR machine sometimes. If they actually get in the starting lineup, that's the problem.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Newman took Kirk Cousins. Then Chuba Hubbard, who I like if you need a starting running back, if you're going hero RB.
Yeah.
We just said Jonathan Brooks not going to start for at least 3 to 4 weeks. Chuba Hubbard has made some good running back 2 numbers for you. Doesn't get in the end zone all the time, but he'll get you low double-digit points. J.K. Dobbins and Luke Musgrave before I have to select. I would like Kendre Miller. I know I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna punt. So right now I don't.
Much last year, did he? Kendre Miller at New Orleans. So I didn't think he flashed much.
He did not, and I was hoping this year. I traded for him. All right,
traded for him.
This is funny.
Uh-oh.
I was saying I don't like any players here, so I'm just going to go defense. And Nick Antonio thinks he's doing me he thinks he's shafting me, but I'm shafting him because I was already going to take the 49ers defense here.
Ooh, what an idiot.
And we had to resume. Jalen Wright went, and then Antonio.
Defense to the 12th round. You disgust me. Kendre Miller.
All right, come on.
Yeah, Kendre Miller, I really do like.
I guess he's not having a good camp. He's not having a good camp.
Is he not?
He has
Dennis
an
Allen
ankle
is
injury
not
already
liking him.
again.
Yeah,
that's the problem. He's just been fighting injuries. The problem is there's nobody else really there that's young, so he has the
That's it. Like Kamara's kind of had his day, isn't he? So
yeah, I still think he's going to be awesome, but he's more of a PPR guy. He's not going to be doing as much running, which he never really has.
And then Jamal Williams, they paid to bring in last year. He didn't do anything until the last game, so we'll see. It's worth a shot this late wild card.
Oh yeah,
Ben Sennett
Dynasty. I'm fine with Dynasty. This is like
you could pick him up on waivers later, but this is kind of like taking your waiver shot now. I am back on the clock here.
Still punting on tight end?
No, this is the time I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a starting tight end here. Cade Otton with Tampa Bay here. He's shown some flashes. Hopefully, I know Dave Canales is gone there, so their offense, I don't think it will improve, but I just hope it's not all hyper-focused on Mike Evans and that Cade Otton can get some of those touchdowns, because what did Mike Evans have? 12 touchdowns last year?
Yeah, something like, Was it 11 or 12? 12?
I don't know. Jake, you were on the clock here.
I think I'm going to go Gabe Davis here. Like, I'm not a massive fan of him as a prospect, but or like as a player rather. But
13 touchdowns. That's what it was.
Yeah, like
So
it's just like this late in the draft, like I feel like it's half decent money there. He could easily rack up some like decent points in some games. So
I like it. All right, Gabe Davis here, and then we're just gonna finish this out.
Oh yeah, Jahan Dotson.
All right, worth a shot.
I got Jalen Daniels. I want to see them work together. Nice little stack.
I'd much rather take a shot on somebody that's shown flashes like in his rookie year, even though he was a dud last year, than somebody that's old and broken, or we know is broken, like Quentin Johnson. All right, last pick here, Regan. You still need a defense.
I guess I have to.
You don't have to, but
pressing. Oh, I'll go Dallas all day.
There you go.
Yeah, I might as well.
So normally I would pick I wouldn't pick a defense. I'd pick a player and then just drop one of my players just before the game. But for the sake of the draft, so what defenses are left for me?
Cleveland, Tampa, Pittsburgh, Miami, Washington, Philly, Kansas City, Seattle.
I said Cleveland. They got decent up front line plus really good corners. Yeah, I'd take Cleveland.
Good choice.
Give Newman a kicker,
especially for drafting. Oh, you guys have a shaft?
No, I don't.
No, we don't. Damn it. He takes Isaiah Likely. Okay.
Interesting.
Does he have... No, he has Jake Ferguson. All right. I would definitely handcuff Mark Andrews if you take Mark Andrews in the third, fourth round.
What injury concerns you think?
Yeah. And
that's a fair shout.
Isaiah Likely, he's making plays out in camp too, so we'll see if they use him. Yeah, just a bunch of defenses going here. Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh Steelers, Miami Dolphins, and then...
If we had one more round, I definitely would have gone after that Kamani Vidal. I think he looked like his tape looked really cool from college. I like him a lot, but I don't think he'll get a massive amount of usage. But he's quite an explosive player.
True.
I like it.
Yeah, there's not much for me to pick here, and I'm running out of time, so I'm going to take Hunter Henry just to see. Just take 2 shots on tight ends here, see what happens. Because
is he still on the Pats?
Yep,
still on the Pats. Yep,
signed.
Commanders went next, and then Ricky Pearsall to Antonio, which I don't mind at all. I was debating that.
It's an interesting one. That
it is.
He's a really talented player, and he looked really good at Florida and quite a bad team. But he's going into such a stacked wide receiver room with Debo, Ayuk, and Kittle ahead of him. I can't see him getting much fantasy relevance in his rookie year. That's for sure.
I don't know. We'll see if Ayuk gets shipped out. All right, so recap our teams. We got Antonio in the 2 spot. He took Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, Devontae Smith, DK Metcalf. And Kyler Murray would be his quarterback, but then on his bench he would have Zamir White starting as well. Then Jalen Warren, Christian Watson, Pat Freiermuth, Tyler Lockett, Aaron Rodgers for some reason. I guess because Murray gets hurt. So why not have another fragile guy? Jaleel McLaughlin and Ricky Pearsall. And for myself, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devon Achane, Derrick Henry. Then got shafted to take Ken Walker here. Then George Pickens, Jalen Reed, Joe Burrow, Jaden Reed. I did not mean to say Jalen. My bad. And Zach Moss, Brian Thomas, Curtis Samuel, Adonai Mitchell, San Fran defense, Kate Otten, and Hunter Henry.
Nice.
Regan,
worth it to punt on tight end?
No. No,
no.
I really should have gone probably Mark Andrews. Well, who was I trying to go for instead of Ken Walker? I got shafted there. I would have gone Mark Andrews. Well, I went to Devontae Smith, right? So looking back at it, probably should have waited on receiver and take Mark Andrews there. You want that game changer spot in that 1Z position.
I was just looking at the tight ends I'd gone after when I picked Kittle in the draft. Now I'm I didn't really know if it was that right pick at the time, but now I'm thinking that's definitely. Do you know what I mean? That's right at the edge there.
What's that? 5th round.
Yeah, and then you've got like a couple of guys that are like probably just on that same sort of like upward tier sort of thing, and then everyone after Ingram, like I'd be gutted if I had one of those. Like just
Yeah, it's not fun. You're hoping to catch lightning in a bottle here and find the next Laporta.
There's always one though, isn't there? There's definitely
always one.
Sometimes there's a couple. Like every season,
Yeah, I mean,
people taking the 10th or 11th round flashes and becomes fantasy relevant.
I mean, Jake
almost every year.
Jake Ferguson, Cam Newton has him. I like him in the Dallas offense there. But he took Justin Jefferson, Karen Williams, Mike Evans, Malik Neighbors, Anthony Richardson, Rashee Rice for some reason there. Jeez, way too early if he gets suspended. Jake Ferguson, Deontay Johnson, Gus Edwards, Devin Singletary, Zach Charbonnet, Kirk Cousins, Jalen Polk, and Isaiah Likely.
So the question here on his team is, who's his number 2 running back? Because is it Gus Edwards? Is J.K. Dobbins the number 1?
It's going to be Devin Singletary to start out the season, and then you're going to see who takes over for the Chargers there. But if you are betting on somebody, I'm betting on Gus Edwards.
Okay.
For me, anyway.
All right, Jake, you want to talk about your team?
So when Gibbs first off, I don't normally go running back in round 1.
Nope.
Normally go wide receiver, but I just like Gibbs's value there. Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, don't need to speak too much about him. Jalen Waddle, Deebo Samuel, which was one of my shafts because I wanted Malik Neighbors, but again, Deebo is definitely like not a bad replacement, so I can't be too upset about that. Took my tight end Kittle in the 5th, and DeAndre Swift and Najee Harris to load up on running backs. Feel like both of them will get a fair amount of usage. Keon Coleman, mainly just because I think he's an awesome guy, but also because I think he'll fit well in Buffalo. Caleb Williams, Tajay Spears at Tennessee, Jerry Jeudy, Troy Franklin, Gabe Davis, and then the Browns defense.
The Browns. All right, so for mine, Garrett Wilson at the 111, and then Drake London, I got shafted. I was going to go Saquon Barkley, which I would have liked a lot better, because then I went Cooper Kupp and James Cook out of Buffalo. But instead of getting James Cook, I would have loved to get Neighbors, and then had Garrett Wilson, Saquon Barkley, Kupp, and Neighbors, which would have been great for me. That's kind of what I was going for. Then I went McBride because, like we were talking earlier, I got a little nervous around the 5th about somebody falling, getting one of those top 8 tight ends. And McBride and Ingram, I kind of have on the same tier. I do actually like Ingram more, but I think McBride just has more upside. Then I went Ramondre Stevenson to pair with Cooks as my my workhorse backs. I got shafted again and got Hollywood Brown, which I'm not too excited about, but not bad depth on the bench. Devontae Williams and Zeke, I got shafted again. You guys are ridiculous.
You got shafted Zeke. The hardest. Yeah.
Team still looks number 1, I'm just saying. And then I followed up with a starting quarterback with Jalen Daniels with a lot of upside. And he's got the rushing
I love
aspect.
him there.
Oh, yeah. The 10th round?
Yeah.
And then
that could turn into like a legitimate league winning pick. That's the sort of pick you get like late in the 10th round. So much upside.
Followed up with Josh Palmer, just maybe he could be the number 1, but obviously on the bench. And then I grabbed Matthew Stafford. Other than past couple of years or whatever, he normally doesn't get hurt. So I just wanted somebody that I know that I could put in for Jane Daniels if it's just not panning out. Rookie quarterbacks or rookie players normally start off slow in the first place. So maybe I start with Matthew Stafford for the first 3 weeks, then Jane Daniels just takes off. I was really just looking for somebody I know I could have faith in to get me, almost 20 points a week. Nice. Then Jahan Dotson, I really like him coming out of college, and it just hasn't panned out, but maybe that quarterback change really helps him. And then Dallas has, a defense that no one cares about.
Only like a top 3 defense, yeah. All right, Regan, week 1, who you starting? Matt Stafford at Detroit or Jaden Daniels at Tampa Bay?
I have to start Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man.
I would too. Watch him throw like 5 touchdowns. It's going to be a wild game. And their defense isn't that good, so they're going to have to come back more. So losing Aaron Donald, I think, anyway. They won't be as good.
Good question.
We'll see. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy getting shafted and shafting people.
I get shafted a lot. I feel used.
Yeah. Oh dear.
It was good stuff. Thank you very much for joining. Takers, thank you very much for listening. Check out the poll questions if you're listening on Spotify. Who do you think had the best mock? Hit us up. Socials, just a tip, FFP. Be much appreciated. Rate and review. Let us know if you have any questions, keeper questions, dynasty questions, trades, whatever. We're here to help, give our tips. Just some, you don't have to take them, but if you want to, you can. We won't. We're offering them. So, you guys got anything else to say before we sign off?
No.
Nothing for me.
Up, but yeah,
always grateful to be on with you guys anyway. So yeah, nice to see you all.
Lots of fun. Thanks for joining. Enjoy the Olympics. Nick, Antonio, and Newman, thank you very much for helping us with the mock.
Newman, Jake,
yeah, Newman.
Yeah, he's got to say hello to your mothers for us. All right, boys.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.